What's up, everybody? It's Chris from Against Odds Athletics, and today we're going to be talking about if it's possible to jump high with a lot of muscle.
Yeah, look at me now, I came up. I've been thinking back then when I almost gave up on the game because I never got in my way. Never got my mama whip on the driveway.
Alright guys, I get this question a ton because compared to most other elite jumpers, I have a lot of upper body muscle mass, and people think I weigh more than I am. I'm actually currently I'm 174 pounds. People think I'm like 200 pounds. I'm not at all. I'm 174 pounds as of right now. But nonetheless, it's still heavier than most elite jumpers. And people always ask me if having this much upper body mass is optimal or if it's less than optimal. And this is a pretty controversial subject and something that I am still experimenting with myself, but today I wanted to share with you guys my own findings, and so let's get into it. All right, my max running vertical is a 50-inch vertical, and I'm one of, like less than 5 people in the world ever to have a confirmed 50-inch vertical on a Vertec, and the video is publicly out there. It's on my Instagram, on my YouTube, TikTok, everything. So 50-inch max running vertical and a 46.5-inch standing vertical on a Vertec, which is tied with the highest ever in history. So with that being said, yes, it is possible to have a high vertical with a lot of upper body mass. Now, is it optimal? Not sure, and it depends. So, in my own findings, that's what I thought at first. I was like, okay, your upper body mass doesn't contribute too much to your standing and running verticals. I mean, yes, arm swing is important and being strong in the shoulders and making sure that you have enough momentum built with that arm swing. So there is upper body, of course, and core and whatnot. But at first glance, and if you just think about it theoretically, no, it is not optimal to have this much upper body mass, and you would want most of your mass in your legs and your leg strength in order to propel you higher, using the muscles that you use in your jumps. So thinking that way, I went on a cut, and I tried to cut out my upper body mass while keeping my strength numbers, my lower body strength numbers high, my squats, my deadlifts, and also did a lot of plyometrics. And what I found was my standing jumps went down considerably, but my running jump maybe went up very slightly, maybe like a ½ inch. But with all the work that I put in to cut that upper body mass, and also the loss of the physique that I love, I would not recommend it, and I wouldn't say that it was worth it for me to do that. So after that, I went on a slight caloric surplus, which means that I'm eating slightly more calories than my body needs. So I'm slowly increasing my weight. My strength numbers shot right back up because it's very easy to get back to your strength numbers and get back to your size. I got my upper body size back. So I went on a cut down to 163, and then now I'm back at 174. At dunk camp, I was 169, I believe, and that was the highest I've ever jumped. It was the best I've ever performed. Now, my strength numbers I'm the strongest I've ever been. My squat is the highest it's ever been. My deadlift is the highest it's ever been. And so I've seen an increase in my running jump and my standing jump since I started eating in a caloric surplus again. And right now, I am continuing on that path. I just want to continue getting as strong as possible, and then when I get up to around 177, I might cut back down to 175, and it seems like my body likes operating in that 170 to 175 range. So I'm still playing around with it myself, but no, it's not so much of a liability to have a lot of upper body mass. I think that for the most part, people get too caught up in thinking that is the problem, whereas they might not necessarily be eating properly or training properly. I mean, having too much upper body mass might not be as much of a negative as your diet or your training plan. There's a lot more important things that I think needs to be focused on, so something that small I don't believe is the right thing to be focusing on, especially if there's a lot of things to clean up. When you get to an elite level, when you need every little bit, every half an inch matters that much to you, and it gets harder and harder to gain that half inch, then maybe I would consider really trying to optimizing like how I'm doing right now. But there's a lot of experimentation in it and no clear-cut answer. And it's not just as obvious as, oh yeah, cut out your upper body mass and you'll jump higher. It's not that simple. There's a lot of factors that goes into it. So with that being said, thank you guys very much. I'm Chris from Against Odds Athletics. If you guys are interested in my jump program, I have the world record jump program in the description below. And we have hundreds of athletes on the program right now, so I think you guys should check it out. See you guys next time.